Hey guys, this is November 24th on Monday. This is just a update. Trying to make more daily VODs. But first off, um my big dip buy plays. So the biggest thing I saw was QTRX. QTRX, the main reason why we went to QTRX is mainly because right here, the sellers broke below that dotted line right there, and also across the trend line. You can sort of see the trend line peaking up right now. If we look on the weekly basis, so right now the weekly looks pretty good. It could have like a longer term version of it. So once this guy actually peaks upward, it actually could shoot up pretty high. As of right now, I do expect it maybe like a 2 week hold, or maybe just this week, because the main thing is I'm looking at is I'm waiting for this purple line touch that red, because normally when that happens, that sort of indicates like a resistance at that point. Next, yeah. So, but what triggered was the fact that on the daily, the resistance was what 612. So right when it broke above that, it was creating a 4 hour resistance. The 4 hour resistance happened. Well, apparently it happened right here on Friday on 656. So the fact that it broke above that and had like a heavy uptrend, which was pretty good. The only thing I'm worried about is right here. You sort of see this purple line touching this blue. That normally indicates like a KOV resistance, which is not the worst thing, because it could fluctuate, and if it ends up going higher, this ends up making like some separation too. So it could just touch it and bounce right back up. The main focus was the daily, really, because it's above everything right now. We also have the 2 hour. It's hitting its resistance, so hence why we had like that taper off at 10:30 and had like a little bit of a downtrend. But it's a long-term hold, so we'll sort of see what happens. Stop loss though. I guess my stop loss would be the 656. I was able to get underneath $7, so it was like I said, it was like $23. It shot up to like $30, so it was like a 30% return already on that little bump. But I'm sort of curious to see what happens. But on the 30-minute and 1 hour, it does indicate it's hitting like a certain peak moment. Once that green crosses that black line, generally it touches this 20-day moving average, which is this red mark right here. Hence why I said like, hey, this is sort of a good stop loss, which is the 656, because if it does shoot down, that's generally the buy area. So yeah. The other one I played was McDonald's puts. I did a medium risk because it wasn't. This play was off of the bearish burst. We had, let's see, on the bearish burst. Go to the Discord. I think here, it's gonna take me a minute. I think it was. But yeah, if you look on the list, I think, was it today? No, it was not today, because I remember McDonald's triggering on a Thursday. Here, let me see. I'm not able to find it right now. But other than that, this one was off of the bear burst list. The big thing, right when it opened, it hit a resistance. It had a couple of resistance, so that's why I'm sort of good at holding on to it. The first resistance was the daily resistance, which was this orange guy crossing this black line. That is its first resistance, so that's a green. So obviously anything above that green is like a huge uptrend. The next was the daily KOV, so see it peaking above this black line. So hence that makes sense. So we have a verification on this resistance on the daily because we have two of them. We have like one for the OG and then the other one for the KOV. So two resistance. So we go to the 4 hour. So we sort of see right here, orange crossed that black line. That sort of indicates a heavy resistance because it triggered. Also, remember, it triggered on a Thursday, which was right here. I'll make a purple vertical line. You generally, like I said, once we see something trigger on the AI list, we generally wait like one more day, unless it has all the parameters on that day, which it didn't. It was like close, but it didn't. But you always wait on the next day. We have to wait for the resistance, which we have a daily. We also have the 4 hour resistance from here, and that's orange. So we have 3 resistance already. So that's pretty good. And we also have a KOV resistance. So we have 4 resistance. And the next one was right here, the 2 hour. So see, we cross right here. See, even though I made it into like a medium risk because there's so many resistance above it. If it breaks above it at all, like if it does break above 310, then I'll have like a huge dramatic uptrend. But as of right now, we got it around, I think it was like a little under 308. So right now, if you're able to play it correctly, if you're able to buy it up near like the 308.83, the return is like 150% right now. But as of right now, I'm still holding on to it. My price target, I didn't name a price target because I wasn't 100% sure. Because it has multiple intersections. So the first one was 304.46. Obviously, you can sort of see a touch like a little below it. These levels are not 100% accurate, but it got towards that level. You'll probably see a slight bounce from it. But the main target price would be right here. And I'm able to find these target prices is right when this red and this blue intersect. So those are my price targets. So mainly, hopefully, I can't really hope, but ideally, my price target is really 301.89. So pretty much 302. So once it hits 302, I'm good. I'm out. Or if it gets over 140%, that's like my other benchmark also. Right now, yeah, because it had all those resistance, ideally I'm supposed to sell it right when this green line crosses this black line. That's ideally when you're supposed to sell it. So hence, it could be like a couple day hold. It could be like a week hold maybe. But as of right now, we're doing like a short-term version of it, and that's it. That's pretty much like all I really saw. Obviously, there's a lot of other stuff going on. We can go to the watch list to verify. Let's go to our question watch list. So we got that huge list, which was Chipotle. I said Chipotle is fine. The only thing is about Chipotle, we have no verification. It has good support, but it's not like a lot of support though. It has one daily support, which is this purple line right here. We have the 4 hour support, which is this red line. We also have a daily support, which matches along with this red line. So good thing is we have like 3 supports, which is really good. Next is we're waiting for like a breakout. Ideally the breakout, I sort of want this purple line to be above this red. Then we have like a better confirmation of a breakout. But the fact that it's not and it's sort of a bit weak, we'll sort of see. Also, I want this one in the 1 hour time zone. I do want this 1 hour to break above this purple. But we're just watching. So, but once it breaks above it, you still have to wait. It doesn't mean you should buy right away. If it breaks above the 1 hour, generally it comes right back down, touching back on this purple line. Other than that, Home Depot, I didn't really see much on Home Depot. We did see heavy support on the very bottom. Also on the list, I think Home Depot was it wasn't by the dip, it was like buying the sell-off. But from the looks of this right now, it just doesn't look good. It looks like it could just fall continuously. Also, we have a resistance on the 2 hour too. We have a resistance on the 2 hour KOV. So most possibly it could be having a little bit more of a downtrend. But on the list it says it should be calls only. So we'll see. Mo, I didn't really see a lot from MO. It's pretty stagnated. As of right now, it does indicate more of like a heavy downtrend right now. So that's it. The resistance, which is its old support, is 58.01. So once it gets above that price, then it might have some action. But as of right now, that's its other 4 hour resistance, so which is 59.22. So it needs to be above 59.22. This one says 59.50, so we're pretty much in the same range of that. Dollar General. Dollar General looks okay too, but just need verification on this uptrend right here. Also, earnings is coming up, so which is Thursday, so next week, which is not too bad. But as of right now, it's showing a bit of like resistance. We are getting a bit of a support pretty soon, so maybe we can buy into Dollar General once it hits that support. But as of right now, there's no like true verification. So we do have like there's a lot of drawings on this already. We do have a 4 hour red support, which is good. Need to verify on the 2 hour. 2 hour says it has a resistance right now, so not looking too good. Let's look at the 4 hour old supports. It has a lot of resistance, so there's that one red resistance right there. We had an old 4 hour support right here. So yeah, so it's like sort of stuck in this window right now, so nothing too crazy. I did say Google is looking good for a long term because it's going up on this like exponential uptrend. Like it broke above the 4 hour resistance right here. It also broke above like the daily heavy resistance. This was the old daily resistance. It had trouble breaking up, but once it did, it looks like it has like a heavy uptrend about to happen. Also right here on the weekly, for the long term, it already broke above it. Ideally this was supposed to be like the entering point for like the 2 or 3 month hold on the weekly. It's pretty much right when this orange cross this black, and most of the time we consider it as like a resistance, but once it breaks above it, then we'll have like a heavy continuous uptrend. It is also above its resistance on the KOV, so yeah, still has more room to grow, but it's all-time high, so I don't know how much higher it could go. So yeah. EPD EPD is like okay. I think on the message I did say it could drop all the way back down to 32.46. Like, it's exactly what happened. Probably see it stagnate right here for a bit. I'm probably gonna wait until EPD makes a support on the 2 hour. So pretty much I'm gonna wait until like this purple line touches this red and this black line right here. Once it does that, that indicates support. So yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Two main focus is McDonald's puts. That could be like a week, or I said 3 days because I still want to sell it before Thanksgiving. Because Black Friday and all that stuff's gonna happen. So I don't want anything to skew data. And what is it? And also we have our long term. And we have, which is QTRX. But the thing about QTRX, the pricing is sort of iffy. So you would have to, even though it says like, hey, it's at 30 cents, try to enter it a different price, like 25 cents. Because the price fluctuates a lot. And a lot of times, like when you enter it, it gives you like a scale of like low chance of filling, medium chance of filling, or high chance of filling. So every time I enter something, I generally try to go into like the medium range, and hopefully you get lucky and it just automatically buys, because people are buying and selling all the time. So hopefully you can get around like the 25-cent price. They only have one contract, which is all the way in December 19th. So you have a good amount of time. So we have about what? We have 1, 2, 3, about like 3-4 weeks. So we have this week, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, we have 4 weeks. So that's a good cushion. And the fact that our price target is like 750. If it does really well, 758 is ideally the price target. But if we end up getting a return over 100%, because that's the rule for the buy the dip, because the idea is we're trying to double our account like once a month. Because ideally, if you're able to compound it and double every month, we should get close to like 200K, because that's the plan, right? It's more the boring strat, but it's not really that much fun. But the boring route is ideally the best route. So yeah, so that's the plan for that one. Like I said, we do have a stop loss, which is like 656. Sometimes it's not always good to buy it all at once. Sometimes if I get lucky, I'll probably add more if it gets down to like 656 and see if it makes that actual bounce. But other than that, that's it. This week is probably gonna be light. Like I said, it's a short week, so main focus is QTRX and McDonald's. If you guys want me to talk about anything else, just post it in the questions in the Discord, and if it's interesting enough, then I'll talk about it. So yeah, that's it. Thanks, guys. Peace. And now I will stop.